What's up, guys? If you're new here, my name is Joel Emerson, and we're just going to kick it off. I'm going to be showing you the first trick I ever learned. This is what actually got me into magic, and so if you're trying to learn magic, this will be the first trick that you should probably learn, because it's super easy, and it looks awesome, and it fools people every single time. I still perform this trick to this day, and it works flawlessly. It's kind of self-working, but it's kind of not at the same time. So let's jump right into it. Alright, so let's jump straight into the actual trick itself. As you kind of saw what it looked like from the little trailer, so we're just going to jump right into it. You take two cards, put them in the middle, and then you throw the deck, and only two cards come out, and they're the two cards that have been selected. So there is a little bit of setup to this. You're going to need to grab two cards out of the deck, and the easiest way to do it is these two specific cards, is the 6 and the 9. Now there's a specific reason for that, and it's not because of the joke. It's because these are two actual cards that you are going to need for this trick. And then, I prefer the red ones. They're orange because of this deck. This is also the Bicycle Amplified deck. It's a pretty cool deck. I like it a lot. But I prefer using the red cards for this. So you have the 6 and the 9. And so you're going to take those, set them to the side, and get the other 6 and the 9 of the red suit. And so you've got the 9 of hearts, 6 of hearts, 9 of diamonds, 6 of diamonds. So you have those 4 cards in your hands. Now you're going to mix up the cards to where you have the, let's say, the 6 of hearts, and then 9 of diamonds, and then the 9 of hearts and the 6 of diamonds. So you're going to have them mixed up like that, so they're not the same suit, and that's also going to be extremely important. You're going to take one of those pairs and place each of those cards on the bottom and the top of the deck. Alright, so you have the 6 on top, 9 on the bottom, and then you still have these other two cards. Both of these cards you're going to set on top of the deck, or just anywhere randomly in the deck, and you'll select them at random. You'll just pull them out the deck and just say that you have to have two cards for it. You'll pull these two cards out. So the reason why you're using these two cards in the exact color is because the 6 and the 9 look similar. So when you put them in and you throw the deck out, you're pulling off of those two top cards. So with having similar cards, they're not going to remember the suits of them. So they're just going to think you just pulled the cards out. So how you start off the trick is you're basically going to say, I have the 6 and the 9. I'm going to place it in two separate spots in the deck. Make sure you emphasize that. Place it in two separate spots in the deck. 6 on the bottom, 9 on the top. And then what you're going to do, so you have those in two random spots. I like to actually emphasize that these are in two random spots, not selected or anything. And then either I'll have them push it in or I'll push it in myself. So they push in those two cards or me. And so now I emphasize that those cards are lost in the deck. There's no way I can know where they would possibly be. And then I'm going to take my hands, have your middle finger and your thumb right on the edge here. This is going to be your grip. Right on the edge. Hold the tight pressure, but not too tight to where you can still throw it. Hold a bit of pressure, hold the deck, and then just toss it into your other hand. That's going to leave the top two, the bottom and the top card, flip-flops, the bottom and the top card, still in your hands when you throw the deck. Watch. Just like that. And it looks like you just pulled the 6 and the 9 out of the middle of the deck. So that's how it works, and the crowd goes wild. Everybody's amazed. It's one of my favorite tricks to do because it works so well just about every time. I don't think I've had one time where I've had somebody say, those are the different cards. No. They don't, the fact that they're different cards, different suits than the original, goes right over their heads. That's what's cool about Magic. That's what's cool about this trick. And it's super easy. Anybody can learn it. And I mean that legitimately. Anybody can learn it. This was the first trick I ever learned, and when I did it, I actually surprised myself because of how well it actually worked. So, as you can see, if we have a closer look at these cards here, you can see they're basically the same thing, just flipped. So that's what makes it kind of go over their heads a bit more. You're going to take those two cards, place them in the middle, two random spots. That part really doesn't matter. Your only setup is you have the same card on the top and the bottom, push them in, yada yada yada, throw out the deck, bam, magic. I just threw the deck all over the floor. So that was one of my first tricks that I have ever learned, and I still use it. As I said, I still use it to this day. It just works that well. So if you're getting to Magic, this is the perfect trick for you. It's beginner level. It's really not that hard to do, among with other tricks. So if you like this video, make sure to leave a like. And if you'd like to learn more magic tricks and or photography/videography skills, I'm also starting to do vlogs. We're going to get into that in a little bit. But if you're interested in any of that, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Thank you for watching.